Welcome to CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. My name is Michelle Stewart, and here are the stories that we're following today, July 16th, 2013. Cyprus prepares for Troika visit. Thousands presumed dead after India floods. Mexico arrests Zetas cartel leader. U.S. Attorney General says Trayvon Martin inquiry to continue. Soul singer attacked after performing dedication song. No more smoking in Jamaica. Details on these headlines and more when we return.
It's week 2 of our used car blowout month, and this week it's guaranteed credit approval. If we can't show you how to get approved, that car is on us. Log on now, GrecoAuto.com.
Welcome back to CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. My name is Michelle Stewart. This segment of the news is sponsored by Total Caribbean Network. Over in Cyprus today, the government is hoping to get a good report card from its lenders who begin their first assessment of its bailout program on Wednesday. While Greece's general strike was based on anger over Trioca's demands, the government in Nicosia is focused on persuading international creditors that it's sticking to the terms of its financial rescue when they complete their first assessment. Speaking to reporters earlier today, Finance Minister Haris Georgiades argued that the quickest way to escape the bailout terms is to implement the reforms demanded. The speedy exit from restructuring will allow us to take new steps that will further ease and ultimately eliminate capital control. Those controls still restrict how much money Cyprus's citizens can withdraw from a bank or take out of the country, making the Cyprus euro less valuable than it is in other countries. Georgiades also hinted that selling some of Cyprus's gold reserves, as outlined in the bailout deal, was not the only option to raise funds for its part of the deal, saying, "It will be considered when the time comes with options, or rather all other options." The gold price has fallen sharply since Cyprus's billion sale was originally agreed from around 1,580 euros per ounce in early April to below 1,300 pounds per today. More than 5,700 people are missing since flood devastated northern India last month and are presumed dead, officials have said, as rescuers continue to struggle to bring aid to affected villages. Vijay Bahuguna, chief of the state of the Uttarakhand, said the government will give 500 rupees to the family of each victim who may have perished in the floods and landslides that hit the Himalayan region in June. The state declared those missing for the past month to be presumed dead so it can compensate their families. Bahuguna said there was hope that some could still be found alive. The search for the missing persons will continue even after they are presumed dead, he said. The government had earlier put the death toll to 600, but repeatedly stressed that it can be significantly higher. The exact number of people who died may never be known, he further said. The search operations will continue till the family members of the missing are satisfied. He further told a group of survivors on Tuesday that the state government began handing out compensation checks. Families receiving compensation will have to return the money if their family members are then found alive. The State Disaster Management Minister Yaspar Aha said continued rain was preventing the extraction of bodies at some places where recovery workers were waiting for hydraulic equipment to arrive. With all the major flood roads closed since the floods and many bridges washed away, the government was having difficulty getting rations to cut off villages, and the state government spokesman, Mr. Amit Kandola, said hundreds of thousands of Hindus who visit the temple towns during the summer are unable to get there. The state is also a popular holiday destination, and droves of Indians head to the cooler hills to escape the summer heat. Visitors usually leave before July, when monsoon rains make the mountainous roads much more treacherous, but this year unprecedented heavy rains fell around mid-June. Roads, bridges and multi-story buildings were washed away as flooded rivers rampaged through the state, burying entire villages in silt and debris. Army, paramilitary soldiers and volunteers rescued more than 100 people who were stranded in remote areas cut off by washed-out roads and landslides. The Air Force and private companies made thousands of helicopter trips to pick up people stuck on rooftops or marooned on hilltops and to drop off food and drinking water. Buhaguna said the government would rebuild the worst temple town of Kudanat, where hundreds perished on June 16th when a sea of silt and floodwater rolled down a mountain valley, sweeping away everything in its path. Environmental activists said the disaster was worsened by the rampant development of the area, which made landslides more likely, while others accused the government of responding sluggishly. The famously bloodthirsty boss of Mexico's most notorious violent drug cartel has been captured by Mexican Marines without a shot being fired, authorities have said. Miguel Angel Trevino Morales, the leader of the Zetas cartel, was arrested 17 miles outside the border city of Nuevo Laredo in northeast corner of Mexico. This has been a long stronghold of the organization. A Navy helicopter pursued the pickup truck in which Trevino was traveling along unpaved back roads towards the city at 3:45 in the morning on Monday, and forced it to a stop. Government security spokesman Eduardo Sanchez told reporters. He further said ground reinforcement then arrested the drug baron along with other occupants of the vehicle who were initially thought to be his accountant and a bodyguard. No shots were fired, Sanchez said, adding that Marines found 8 assault weapons and 500 rounds of ammunition inside the pickup, as well as $2 million. The violence is estimated to have killed well over 80,000 people since Peña Nieto's predecessor of Felipe Calderón launched a military-led crackdown on organized crime in 2006 that triggered more violence. The bloodletting has continued into the new administration and about the same rate, with the government insisting that it needs more time to make good on its promises to slash the death toll. The Zetas have played a crucial role in much of the violence, with Trevon a long-leading figure within the group. He took over control after his long close collaborator Herbito Las Canos. Las Canos, alias El Alaska, was killed in a shootout with the authorities in 2012. The Zetas have long maintained a long-running rivalry with other cartels, particularly that of the Sinaloa cartel, headed by Mexico's most famous trafficker, Josan El Chapo Guzman. Guzman may be strengthened by Trevino's arrest. Trevino was now said to be in his 40s, reportedly began his life of crime as a teenager in Nuevo Laredo gang, and was one of few major leaders of the Zetas without a military background. He repeatedly sealed his status within the cartel by successfully leading the group's defense of its Nuevo Laredo bastion against an attempted invasion in the Sinaloa cartel in 2005. The brutality and openness of the battles back then were the first real taste of the drug wars to come. You are watching Caribbean Affiliate News. We will be right back.
It's week 2 of our used car blowout month. And this week it's guaranteed credit approval. If we can't show you how to get approved, that car is on us. Log on now. GrecoAuto.com.